Well, as we go to air tonight, a devastating breakthrough in the search for British TV doctor Michael Mosley. In the last hour, a body has been discovered on the Greek island where he went missing. Here's how the last 24 hours played out.
This is the unforgiving terrain where emergency crews were searching for Michael Mosley, beloved TV doctor.
Australia's sleep revolution.
And the man who brought intermittent fasting to prominence.
Sustainable and rapid weight loss.
On Wednesday, while holidaying on the Greek island of Symi, the broadcaster and diet guru left his wife at this beach to walk back to their accommodation in the main town.
It's as if he has disappeared from the face of the earth.
Then CCTV footage emerged showing Dr Mosley walking through the village of Petty towards this mountain range where authorities today focused their search.
This new CCTV was quite an illogical route that he seems to have taken. You would think if you were going back to Symi, there's actually a more straightforward route, but obviously he didn't have a phone with him.
Not only was he without his phone, the 67-year-old set off on a treacherous path at the hottest time of day, where temperatures routinely reach 40 degrees.
There is a path, but it's fairly easy to get lost. As you can see, it's an unforgiving landscape.
No shadow, there were no trees, there was no vegetation. 2 or 3 hours he would be exposed to this excruciating heat. And it's amazing that he would have to do this had he known.
Earlier, Mosley's wife, Dr Claire Bailey-Mosley, released a statement saying it's been the longest and most unbearable days for myself and my children, but says she's not giving up hope. The couple's 4 children had flown in to help with the search, which included an area known as the Abyss, a network of water-filled tunnels on the island's north coast. Tragically, in the last hour, a body has reportedly been found by search crews.
Daily Mail journalist Nick Pisa is in Symi and is here to tell us more. Nick, this is not the news we wanted. What more can you tell us about this awful discovery?
Yes, this tragic news broke about an hour or so ago, a few minutes after I arrived here at Aggie Marina. This is the beach resort which the path from Peddy leads down to. And about an hour or so ago, the mayor of the mayor of Symi was here talking to local media and to international media about how the search is going to progress today. He then gets back onto his small boat to take him back to Peddy. As he leaves and pulls away from the island, he spots something unusual on the rocks just behind me. I'm not sure if you can make it out in the image. And he then calls the restaurant where I am, the beach bar, to say that there is something unusual on the rocks. A waiter rushes over to the scene and tragically and unfortunately, he discovers a body. I mean, obviously, at the moment, there is no official confirmation that it is Dr.
Nick?
We seem to have
The police
lost.
are there investigating.
Nick, can you tell us about the scale of the search? Just how many people were out looking for him?
Well, there was about 20 or 30 police officers and fire and rescue teams were out here looking for him. And then the idea that it's more search on those rocks just behind me, you can see behind the terrace behind me, that's the area known as the Abyss. And they were going to look around there to see if they could discover anything. There are fire engines and coast guards here and divers, and they are still at the scene. Police are still arriving as we speak, and there is a coast guard moored outside. What is tragic is that I was here yesterday around about this sort of time for most of the day, and there was a helicopter buzzing overhead. And it's quite incredible to think that it wasn't able to see the body that was there and looks to have been laying there for much of the weekend.
Nick, we know Dr Michael Mosley's kids had flown over to help with the search, and now this tragic news. Has there been any word from the family since this discovery?
No, nothing so far. I'm sure that they are being kept fully up to speed with the news of this discovery. I'm assuming that they will have to be some sort of formal identification, but for the moment, the body is still out there. There was a waiter, one of the employees here, brought over a green tarpaulin to try and cover the body because, as you can imagine, it is very, very hot here. It's pushing 35 degrees centigrade here at the moment. I think obviously they want to give a little bit of decorum to the body that's up there, and then they're waiting for authorities to come, probably from Rose, because Symi is such a tiny island, it doesn't really have the infrastructure to carry out a post-mortem or anything like that, and the body will then be taken to Rhodes for formal identification.
Nick, when do you expect to hear more, and do you have any information on what may have happened?
Well, we're waiting to get an update from the police. I mean, it's difficult. We've asked the waiting staff here. From the looks of it, the person in question walked the edge of the perimeter of this beach bar and then possibly was trying to reach the sea. The sea is about 100 or so metres from where the body was found. It is on a slope, and I'm told by the person who found it away to here that I should say he's actually quite shook up as well by what he saw. The body was lying with the feet towards the sea and the head back up towards the mountain.
Oh, Nick, Peter, this is just such devastating news. We really appreciate your time. Thanks for chatting with us. Geez, you can only imagine. He has 4 children. He's there on holidays with his wife. He had been to Symi before, 8 years ago. You wouldn't say that he was a local or anything or knew the area well, but to be so close to that beach bar, I mean, we've worked with him before, and delightful man, so full of energy and wit and warmth and humour. It's just...
Such a charming guy who was really striving for human knowledge and understanding his body and our human bodies, and it's just... Yeah, such a tragedy.
So devastating for his family. You think he's gone off just to have a walk. And any of us do that all the time on holidays. You know, you never think something's going to end like this. It's devastating.